I want to ask you two more questions. Number one is, let's say you had you had the chance right now to create an editorial, like a crazy editorial. What would you do? Just walk me through your crazy process.
Okay, when you talk about editorials nowadays, at the end of the day, everything I do, I want it to be relevant.
Okay.
And right now, and I want it to excite me.
Yeah.
Okay. And right now, the digital media, films, fashion films, excite me so much right now.
Oh yeah.
They excite me a lot more than two-dimensional, flat printed editorial pictures.
Yeah.
So if I were to do an editorial, I'm all about telling stories. You know, when I do my shows and all that, it's all about telling stories. I did an editorial once, which was my dream editorial.
Oh, what was it?
I reinterpreted my favorite Shakespearean play, which was Macbeth,
Oh my god.
into a fashion editorial. Okay? So Macbeth and Banquo and Duncan were all rock stars in a boy band.
Oh my god, I really want to see
Right?
this.
And
Lady Macbeth?
And Lady Macbeth was modeled after Courtney Love. She was a rock star wife. And the three witches were journalists and model agents,
Oh my
right?
god, I
Who were
love this
predicting
so much.
great stardom for Macbeth. So I've done that as a two-dimensional fashion editorial. What I would love to do is, can you imagine if I shot this as a fashion film with all the great supermodels of Singapore and the world?
Yeah.
Linda Evangelista, Christy
I love
Turlington,
it, yeah.
Ethel Fong, Marcus Schenkenberg, right? And the supermodels of now, Anita Akbar, Kaijin. I don't consider the social media supermodels. I'm sorry.
Micro-influencers.
But
and the models
yeah.
always,
But yes, if I could do that, I would shoot that. And you know who I would cast? This is fantasy, right?
Of course.
So I can cast people who are dead, right? I
Yeah,
would
you
cast
could.
David Bowie as Macbeth
Oh, good choice.
as in a fashion film. That is
Yeah.
all. That is based on Macbeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love film and I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
film and television because
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
theater as well. I went to SOTA and my
Right.
mom works in the Bollywood Indian industry.
Right.
So I grew up with film. I love film and I think film and fashion film is great because we're moving from just visuals to a story.
Right.
And what better way to tell a story is through a film.
And can you
Yeah.
imagine David
Yeah.
Bowie as Macbeth?
Yeah.
Linda Evangelista as Lady Macbeth,
It's amazing.
who wouldn't get out of bed for less than $10,000 a day,
Love it.
right?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And of course, my dog must be in it
As
because this is also being inclusive.
But
Right.
cool. But what
Huh?
role? He has to be relevant. So what?
My dog is just the showbiz dog. You
Oh,
know,
so that's like
the dog is
that's
the
an
one
edge.
whispering all these ideas to Linda Evangelista as Lady Macbeth.
So that's like that's the X factor of the
Uh-huh,
editorial. The dog. Okay, I like Layla's gonna be the X factor.
Right?
Cool. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I could see that happening. Hopefully, it will sell in Singapore. I think it will. Yeah.
Well, it can't happen because David Bowie is dead.
But yeah, you gotta rethink that casting.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
yeah,
everything
yeah.
is put in place. So my final question to you, Daniel, before we move forward and hopefully have amazing lunch, is if you had one wish right now to change the Asian or Singaporean fashion industry in particular, what would that be? Yeah.
Okay, I would really, really love to see the fashion community come together as one to help support each other rather than tear each other down.
So
You know, we are all competitors, but we are all in the same industry.
Yeah.
No one's looking out for us. We have to come together.
Yeah.
You know, and when I say the fashion industry, I don't just mean fashion designers,
Yeah.
models, stylists, hair and makeup, fashion editors.
Yeah.
You know, I've had a fashion editor who hates me. But when I do my charity work, he doesn't even support it. But you're not supporting me, you're supporting the charity. You know?
Yeah.
And how heartless and how hard-hearted can you be? I would like to see
Politics.
everybody coming together with a lot more empathy.
I agree.
You know, and unity in strength.
Yeah.
You know, during COVID, you see the music industry coming together, you see the theatre industry coming together,
Yeah.
the photographers coming together to support each other.
Yeah.
Why not fashion?
Yeah, and there's also logic in it, is because if you come together, then you're kind of limiting all those boundaries of politic divide and hate
Exactly,
that binds
yeah,
you,
yeah.
and you feel connected to the industry.
Yeah.
So I think like that. Like I always find really important. I found, you know, through my experience as a model editor, to form good relationship with everyone around you, because
Right.
you know, being nice is just, you know, it's not just you. It's also about, you know, caring for the environment, being a part of the world, and also building relationship that's going to help everyone together. And that's I feel everyone's innately good human beings, and I feel like if you just be yourself and help each other one out, the industry can grow. This divide has kind of fucked us over, and we can see this through COVID.
Yeah.
So we should rethink everything, how we you know.
You know, it goes back to
Yeah.
your very first question
Yeah, which
that you
was?
asked me, which was about how fashion is elitist and it's got stratas and all that. Why do we need to do that?
That's true.
You know, why can't we all work together? And if you're not getting work, maybe you're just not very good at it. And if you're not good at it, maybe fashion is not for you. Right?
Yeah, true.
Right? You don't have to get work by putting someone else down. In fact, you'll be able to get more work by working together
I agree.
and creating more work for ourselves.
I agree.
Right?
Yeah, I hope that this interview has given some insight to the community, and we've been really as honest as possible, and we needed wine to do that, and I'm not ashamed to admit it, but
We finished the bottle.
Yeah, but this is great, and I really hope that whoever's watching Cool Australia, our vision to the world and everyone is that the world is changing, and you just have to be yourself and don't be afraid, because if you are afraid and if you're scared, it's only going to inhibit you. And if you're going to be this person that is afraid of what people think of you, or you know, if you feel like you're entitled, all these sort of sentiments you have in your mind, you have to let them go. Because if you're in fashion, you got to be relevant. You have to be yourself. You got to work hard, be humble, be honest, without
And be
all-
authentic.
And be authentic, exactly. If you're not, then you're not unique, and you're not going to stand out. And you know, no one's looking for, like, really, I mean, if you take away Asia and Singapore, no one is looking for who looks like this. They're looking for something different. So you are different, coming from Asia or whatever. You have a different look. Embrace it. Look the best of your ability. Understand yourself if you're a model, as a designer, what makes you stand out. Believe in yourself. Work on your art, which I believe. I always do from my zine as a model. Believe in yourself and go for it. And I think that is basically what I want to say, and hopefully, you know, this has been an amazing session, and thank you so much for being here.
Most welcome. Cheers.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and Leah
Thank you
as
for having
well.
me on.
Yeah, but yeah, well, welcome to the next, and hopefully, you know, we have inspired you, and send us your thoughts.